Said I'm going to talk about different things. I want to talk about something. Economy. I love talking about economy. I never studied economy, but anyone who knows sociology and watch people, and especially anyone who's going into spaces where people are publicly interacting, especially like transport, shopping malls, anything that we have to meet each other, you will learn what is really going on and not what the paper is going on, telling you that's going on. And what you notice, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a lot of plane crashes everywhere and people get destroyed completely. Everybody dies. No miraculous moments. Nobody gets saved. It's really like intense. And there was a lot of warnings about it by all kind of engineers and people online, especially on YouTube. Go Google that. I'm telling you, it's everywhere. They've been warning that there's going to be a lot of plane crashes because the airline companies don't want to pay people for maintenance. Ain't nobody from the government because they're just a bunch of mobsters who, like they probably own their companies in a lot of ways or pay own parts of it. Nobody's checking it. So you're going on a very like like it's like going on a broken bicycle, but it's in the air with other hundreds of people, and that's it. Everybody die, and so nobody's talking about that. And the most important thing is that ever since COVID, the prices of flights went up, and everybody because of all the cancellations and blah 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 and all the trouble the government said. Don't give me that. They got a lot of dividends from the governments to keep them alive. So ain't nobody talking about that. Don't worry, we're paying for that through tax on everything. That's why everything got more expensive. Everybody's like, wow, the government was so cute to close it up at home while they were doing some kind of a secret shenanigan outside. It was so cute of them, huh? And then they paid us to stay home. I was like, girl, never be happy from their money because you're going to get it back somehow. And even if you are getting some of them, it's probably because you already paid. They're not giving it for free. So the prices went up and people are still flying. But what is the issue? Why is Nitsi so upset about that? It's because you're not getting anything. I remember I used to fly when nobody was flying or no people my age were flying. Let me tell you, it was an expensive thing and only people who could afford it could do it. I'm talking about the early 2000s and even earlier than that. But then you would pay, but you would get service. People would check you in. You would get food, at least a sandwich, something. Now you do everything for them. And they saved a lot of workers' money. So if you saved all these workers' money, you got the dividends from the government, the prices are higher, you ain't giving me shish. What am I paying you for? How are you going to stop that? Stop flying. Stop flying with certain companies who make it expensive. And those who aren't expensive, you better check their crashing statistics because let me tell you, it's going up. And also, I just want to ask you as humans, I know it's lovely to go somewhere else. If you can go with a car, do it. If you can go with something else, I wouldn't advise boats. I just don't like, I think it's very polluting. Thank God we're not depending on that. Why do we always need to go somewhere? What's the thing about moving all the time? Just because we can? Think about that. I love you.